Hello everyone, it's Holly with Flow with Holly. Today we're going to be focusing on the core. So a lovely juicy 20-minute flow to rev things up, find some activation through the midsection and a bit of strength. So come with me, we're going to come straight into a child's pose to begin. So bring the knees wide to the edges of your mat and then just let the chest drop forward onto the mat, the arms stretch long in front of you. Taking a deep inhale and a full exhale. Just giving yourself firstly permission to drop into this practice, coming out from whatever you were doing before and not worrying about where we're going after. Okay, so thinking about the breath here, can we take a long inhale through the nose, stretching those fingers long. As we exhale, bring the armpits a little bit further down to the mat. You might be resting your forehead to the mat here. Just coming into the present moment, okay? So the biggest focus of this class, guys, is just to really try and keep the intention here and not take it elsewhere or to where we're going. From here, we're going to come straight away up into tabletop position, moving through some cat-cows to begin. So as we push into the mat, we arch through the shoulders. We draw those shoulder blades away from one another. And as we exhale, we bring the chest forward, curl through the back. Straight away, I want you to activate that core. Exhale, push away. It's like you're really pushing the ground away from you. You're sucking the core in and up towards the spine, finding that nice gap between the shoulder blades. And again, inhale. Bring the gaze high to the ceiling or the sky. Exhale. This time we're going to tuck the toes slightly. So tucking those toes, come to hover the knees. You'll find yourself here in that tabletop. I want you to just look at my alignment. Okay, so a nice flat back. Knees are at a 90-degree angle, holding here. My core is really engaged and switched on. And I'm pressing down through the fingers and through all 10 inches of the toes and fingertips. Taking those cat-cows in the same movement. So as we exhale, we push away. And as we inhale, we just rotate through the midsection, keeping everything flat, staying with it. Inhale, arching through the back, finding that length. Exhale, pushing away, feeling that heat building in the shoulders. Just stay with it here. And then coming back to neutral, I want you to step the left foot back to the edge of the mat and the right back, high plank. So feeling that burn in the shoulders, this is what we want, team. This is a short, quick flow. You've got to really put the effort in from the beginning. Bringing the weight over the wrists and then pushing back through the heels at the same time. Okay, so thinking about growing from the top of the head right the way down to the heels. And from here, we're simply going to lift the left heel high, coming to hover that left leg. Everything else stays on the mat. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, move that left foot out to a diagonal. Okay, so we're simply only moving that left lever. Everything else stays centered. Coming back to the middle and going again 2 more times. Out and in. Really squeezing the glutes. Out and in. 1 more. Out and in. Other side, drop the left toes. Right foot goes high, extending through that heel. I want you to flex the toes towards the face. And take that same movement out and in and out and in and out and in. Staying with me, staying in this high plank position. I want you to just hold on. Full inhale. Deep exhale. Last movement, bring that left foot up high and then bring it into your chest. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold it here and then tap the knee to the mat. 1 and up and 2 and up and 3 and up. Stepping that left foot back to the end of the mat. Same thing. Right heel goes high. Bring the knee to the chest. It's that knee to knee connection. Find that compression first, and then dropping the knee for 1, and up, 2, and up, and 3, and up, stepping the right foot back. And then as slowly as you can, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. Your shoulders should be on fire right now, and your core mine are. Find your way down. Woo. Let everything go. Let's bring our arms long. Okay, so that's a lot of shoulder effort there. Bring the arms long. Bring the left cheek to the mat and just breathe. Feel that warmth that you've already created. Taking the head now to the other side, and then bringing the hands down to the rib cage, coming through our first cobra. So we're pushing down through the tops of the foot and then gently lifting the back. Gaze is just forward of the mat. So thinking about the neck here, we don't want to be cranking it back or keeping it too far forward. So just at a neutral position. Hold it here for 1, for 2, and 3. Drop everything back down to the mat. Here we go. This time we bring the hands up just to hover. Okay, it's like you're trying to crack a little nut open between the shoulder blades here. I want you to think about pressing the shoulders together, 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 and then extend the arms back behind you, grasping the fingers, find that little bind, and pull the chest up high. Full inhale, and exhale. Well done. Bringing those hands back down to the rib cage, tucking the toes, upward facing dog right away. If you need to be on your knees, take this. And then exhale, rolling over the toes. Whew. It's one way to start a practice, hey? Just getting straight into it. I want you to pedal those feet out now, finding that nice release down through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, and in towards the hips. And then just breathe. Take 3 breaths here. Downward facing dog. We're really thinking about stretching from that top point of the hip right the way down to the heel, and then right the way from the hip to the fingers as well. So like a big long V, pushing up and out. And then from here, let's start to tiptoe the foot one by one to the top of the mat. Again, this is massive core work. Okay, I want you to think about that compression as we move through this flow. From here, let's take grasp of each elbow and just sway side to side. Well done, guys. Nice, powerful little start to the flow. And then from here, come and bring the fingertips just to the knees. Find a halfway lift. Extend through the back. Again, the neck is nice and neutral. Gaze is just over the front of the mat. Exhale, we fold. Forward, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms above head. Bringing those fingertips together. And then exhale, forward, fold. Well done. Halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Let's just do that again. Arms come high. And inhale. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the mat, halfway. This time stepping the left foot back. And then stepping the right foot back. Taking a chaturanga. So bringing the weight just over the wrists again. Coming down to the mat and rolling up and over the toes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. From here, let's center the left foot, lift the right leg high. Give your plant a little pat like I just did. And take a full hip yawn, stretching through that core. As we exhale, we step forward. Straight away, warrior 1. Upright the pelvis, sink the hips low, bring the fingertips together. Gaze goes high. Full inhale. And as we exhale, let's bind the hands behind us, reaching the fingers down to the mat, the knuckles. Find that little backward bend. And then coming into our humble warrior, so right shoulders nestling into the right knee. Let the little head just drop and dangle like a fruit. And then coming back up, feeling that heat in the legs now. Find that reverse humble warrior. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward again. Diving deep here, guys, staying with the heat. And this time as we come up, bringing the arms with us back to warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Facing the front. So dropping that hip low, that left leg is nice and strong. We're really firming the glutes under, uprighting the pelvis again, and dropping through that right knee. Gazes forward over the front middle finger. And as we inhale, let's reverse the warrior. Keeping that breath moving in these more challenging flows. Right elbow to right knee, left arm up, high to the sky. And drop. So the breath becomes a tool to really allow you to sink deep into poses, but also to work your way through these poses as well. Okay, from here, let's reverse the warrior again, straighten that front knee. Coming into our Trikonasana, heel inch the back foot in, reaching the fingertips forward, windmill the fingers. Using that activation of the left side of the obliques here, I want you to bring the left arm forward and then extend the right arm to meet it. Okay, so instead of crunching over like this, can we bring the shoulders back, thinking about being open? And just breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Hands come to frame the front foot. Drop that back knee. Find a low lunge and just bring the arms high. Okay, just let everything go. Exhale, hands come to frame that front foot once again. Stepping back to a high plank, moving through your chaturanga. Halfway. Inhale, peeling over those front toes, and exhale, pushing that downward facing dog. Other side, so this time center the right foot, lift the left leg high, taking that nice deep hip yawn. Using the breath, grounding down through both of the front hands evenly, bringing the shoulders to face the front. Exhale, we step forward straight away to warrior one. Okay, so strong foundation through the legs. I want us all to just drop a little bit lower. Try to tilt the pelvis back like it's a little bowl of water. Okay, so instead of this, we want to come back a little bit. Arms come high again. Gaze follows. Full inhale and then exhale, warrior two. So I'm facing away from you, but you can see the alignment here. Again, bringing the glutes under. Okay, so instead of coming forward, I want you to think about laying the back of the chest into the spine. Really externally rotating that left hip and letting everything go, melting into your mat, but finding strength. Gazes over that front middle finger, and again, it's like we're being pulled in both directions. Okay, I've got one hand pulling your front hand, one hand pulling the back, and you're resisting. Your core is strong, stable, steady. From here, let's reverse the warrior. Left arm comes up high. Inhale. And as we exhale, left elbow comes to left knee. Right arm goes high above head. Gaze under that right elbow. Well done. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Reverse the warrior. Straighten that front left knee. That should feel really nice. And then finding our Trikonasana, so heel inching that back foot in slightly. Gaze again comes forward and long. Let's extend through that left arm and then windmill the arms high to the sky. Using the core here to drop the right shoulder blade back towards the chest. Okay, so it's like that shoulder blade's hugging the back of the ribs, the chest. And just breathe. Right, that top arm extends forward. You know where we're going, core. It's not a core class for nothing. And then the left arm forward. Rotate the midsection back. Okay, so it's like you're holding a big beach ball in your hands. And then you're pulling everything backwards. Open through the chest. Just relax the face. Try to find a bit of ease in these tough moments. Bending back down into the front left knee. And then dropping both hands to frame the front foot. Right knee goes down to the mat. Arms inhale high. Just releasing through that hip flexor and all those stabilizing muscles. Maybe swiveling back and forth. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. And this time we're going to step to the top of the mat. Straight away, coming into Utkatasana chair pose. So feet are at hip width distance apart. Sinking the hips low. Retracting those shoulder blades. And then just dropping into the movement. Okay, so knees are coming to a 90 degree angle if you can. And then just hold for 3. Feel the wobbles for 2. And 1. Staying with me, guys. We're going to squat for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring the knees wide. Drop the glutes to the mat. Coming into our Navasana boat pose straight away. So from here, I want you to think about again that knee to nip connection. Just looking just forward of the big toes and finding that compression, okay? So it's like if someone was to come and push you over right now, you wouldn't be able to move, okay? You're strong, grounded to the mat. Full inhale. As we exhale, I want to come down into a low boat. So arms stretch long, feet stretch long. Inhale. Exhale. High boat. Inhale. Exhale. Low boat. Inhale. High boat. 3 more like this in your own time. Up and down. Staying with me. Final 1. From here, staying in your low boat position, bring the right leg high to the ceiling. Find a nice L between the legs, and then we're just going to pulse, reaching the fingertips for the right foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight away, other foot. So left leg comes to meet the right. Find that compression first. I want you to try and reach both toes. Really compress through the lower abdominals. Pull, 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 pull. And then extend the right leg long. Left leg should be at the ceiling now. For 10, pulsing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs to the ceiling. And then slowly as you can, legs go long, arms go long. We're just going to kick for 10. Flutter the legs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything back up. High boat position if you can. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Drop the feet to the mat. Drop the hands behind you. And just find a little bridge pose. Dropping the head back. Just as a little counter pose here. Releasing through the front of the core. And then dropping the hips to the mat. Crossing the feet. Coming up and over, downward facing dog. Pedaling out. Just letting everything relax a little bit here and now. Okay, so finding a bit of length under the armpits. I want you to take the left hand and try and grasp the right ankle or shin, and then look up and under that right arm. Just taking a little stretch here, using the breath. Exhale, bringing the left hand back to the mat, and then taking the right hand, grabbing for the ankle, the foot, the leg, the shin, doing your best. Peekaboo, looking under the arm. And then bring both hands back to center. From here, we're going to walk or step the feet to the top of the mat. Coming back through our final Utkatasana chair pose. Staying low. Final heat of the class. Bringing the hands to heart center. Simply want you to take the gaze down to the mat. And then hook the left elbow to the right knee. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. Find a bit more of a deeper twist here. And bringing the hands back up through center, sitting low, staying with me. I know it's burning. My legs are too, don't worry. Hands to heart center. Switching back over to the right. So right elbow comes to the left. Finding that little release and twist here. And exhale, hamming back through center. We're going to sit low. We're going to take those pulses for 5, just as a little transition. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees wide. High boat pose. And then as slowly as you can, bringing yourself down to the mat. Just keep the hands long here. Holding, holding, holding. Holding your low boat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything drop. Whew, to the mat. I'm sweaty. Bring the knees into chest. Give yourself a hug. A little rock side to side. Just letting all of that go. Massaging the lower back. Well done, guys. That is a hot, powerful little flow there. A brilliant lunch break, a brilliant workout, really. I'm sweating. My heart rate is up. From here, just releasing the feet and then just lifting up, squeezing the glutes, finding a little bridge pose. If that's enough, just stay here. Otherwise, you can bind the hands underneath or even grasping the hips. And just pushing up, using yourself as a little prop here. I'm going to end in our happy baby. So let's bring the soles of the feet to the sky, grasping the outer edges of the foot, and then just pulling everything back down to the mat. Full inhale, closing down the eyes now. Exhale. Just almost acknowledging to the body that you have done enough today. And for today, this is enough. Bring the legs long. Maybe bring the arms down beside you. Palms face to the ceiling. Just taking a minute to feel the heat that you've created, the warmth and the strength. And then just letting that all go. Coming into your Shavasana, your final resting posture. I just challenge you to just stay for this part. Even if it's for like 30 seconds. And just be. Nowhere else to go. Nothing to do right here for this time. No one to answer to. Just yourself. Shavasana. Stay here for as long as you like or can. Otherwise, coming up. Finding a nice seated position on your knees or in a cross-seated position. And just bringing the palms to face the ceiling once again. Let's take a full inhale. Arms sweep high. And exhale. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for flowing with me. Namaste.